Hello everyone, this is Elaine Tatum and we are here right now to talk about the EDITION in Fort Lauderdale. I'm with Tika, who is our sales partner for the EDITION, as well as David Siddons has come up to give us the Miami perspective. Hi Tika.
Hey, how are you?
So the EDITION, tell us what makes the EDITION so significant, especially for the Fort Lauderdale market.
So the EDITION is a very sophisticated, organic kind of experience. When you walk into an EDITION property anywhere in the world, it kind of hits you on all the senses. There's an EDITION scent, there's the landscaping, there's the design, architecture of lighting and music as well. So it's a very curated experience. So as soon as you start, it kind of envelopes you when you walk in. Our residents are very designed with an organic experience, a very holistic experience and a wellness experience. It's quite different from all the other products that are out there, whether they are the Four Seasons or other projects in our area. We've got a very wellness sensibility to our project, both in the way the floor plans are designed and the elements that they're being used for the materials in our fully finished residence.
Well, let's set the stage, because a lot of it, when anyone arrives in Fort Lauderdale, you're looking really for waterfront properties. And we are located on the beach. That's where the central beach area is where the EDITION is located. It's actually on the Intracoastal side, where if you are a local here in Fort Lauderdale, the Intracoastal side has the best views of the city. It's wide water and it's a very interactive waterway. So you're getting this dynamic flow of the boats as they come up and down. And the EDITION is located in that very special spot, tranquil, waterfront. And I think that along with the scent, along with the views out there and what you're going to experience, it's kind of sort of the whole package for me. And we sell a lot of beachfront.
We do, yeah. We do. I mean, Miami is obviously known for beachfront. The difference in Miami Beach is that all the walkability, the retail, the cafes, the restaurants is all on the beach side.
Yes.
It's none of it's ever on the intercoastal side. Go to the intercoastal Miami, look for a cafe or a restaurant, maybe little sections of South Beach around like Monad Terrace and that area, but fundamentally it's beachside. I think Fort Lauderdale's structure is a little bit different.
Yes, our barrier island is probably a lot narrower than what you would experience in Miami Beach or South Beach. So you really have a beachside environment, but in all the back streets leading all the way up to the Intercoastal, you've got very organic kind of boutique juice bars, cafes, little restaurants.
For me, I know that when buyers contact me and they want beachfront, waterfront, I think that's the first thing that they think to ask. But if anything comes across in this message with the EDITION and with Fort Lauderdale, is that the beachfront is not necessarily the best place.
No, anybody who lives here for any amount of time will come to appreciate the value of being on the Intercoastal. Especially in Fort Lauderdale, where we are the Venice of America. We have so much activity going on the water, both with just everyday boat traffic, but with other events that happen in Fort Lauderdale, like the boat show and the Winterfest Boat Parade. There's always things to look at. It's a very active waterway, and our site is directly on the Intercoastal. All of our residences have direct views right onto the Intercoastal, as well as downtown Fort Lauderdale, and south, of course, as well to Las Olas Boulevard. It's a very curated experience throughout the building, and the amenity package, I do want to touch on that. The amenities of the EDITION are amazing.
Well, it all goes in with your wellness experience. And so the landscape designer was selected because of the way they integrate the green spaces for wellness. There will be an edible garden, an herb garden to, again, increase the senses and to make you have those scents, have those sensory things around. CLODAGH, who is the interior designer, is an award-winning interior designer for sustainability as well as wellness and integrating that inside outside. This is a sensory experience as well as just the height of design, which what when you combine what we're delivering now in Fort Lauderdale with what you're getting in Miami.
I get to come in, inject
jump in,
here.
David.
So this is, I think, one of the things that people are going to want to tune into, because I think the whole experience that you'll get about the project, the senses, the EDITION brand, which we'll get into, which we know is fantastic, and obviously it's a hospitality brand which performs extremely well. Go in and read our article about hospitality brands and how they outperform normal brands across South Florida real estate.
And they're sustainable. Buy into this type of brand for sure.
There's always going to be a level of experience that each developer is trying to put across on the development, which makes it somewhat unique. But I think that what we're going to come into on this is we're going to drill into the numbers, and we're going to drill into the floor plans.
So it's actually quite a simple building to understand. Your choices really are a 2-bedroom den, 3-bath at 2,550 square feet plus 500 square feet of terrace, or a 3-bedroom den, optional 4th bedroom, 4-bath at 2,900 square feet with 500 square feet of terrace. It's a very simple selection of floor plans. It's very easy. We have 4 penthouses, so those are quite large at 4,600 square feet with 2,000 square feet of terrace on the rooftops. We have a very unique offering on the ground floor called ground level villas. Those are much smaller at 1,700 square feet. Those are approximately a 2-bedroom den, 3-bedroom plan. Many of those are already in reservation. And I think that the better value is probably to buy the residences in the towers with more views, absolutely, because you're on a higher level.
Is there anything in front of the building? First and foremost, when you are looking into the Intercoastal, is there anything in front of you at all?
So you're looking right across the Intercoastal that has a wide opening over here that's not shown in the render. And everything across the way is an area called Sunrise Intercoastal, which is strictly single-family luxury homes. And those are priced at starting at $5 million for a lot, up to $20 million for a beautiful home.
So pretty houses. So with that said, what are the numbers? What are we coming in at?
So we are starting at $1,200 a foot, which is an amazing value proposition for Fort Lauderdale. We are blending at $1,500 a foot, and our more desirable direct intercoastal residences are approximately $1,700 a foot.
And the units are coming finished.
Fully finished, which is a big deal. Fully finished. That means
So
flooring, closets, flooring, recessed lighting.
And summer kitchens
Summer
for
kitchen.
some of the units as
All-
well. Plus your air filtration system, plus a water filtration already built in. Plus
Wait. There's a what?
Plus special lighting in the master bedroom to calm and ease you into a restful night's sleep. So they've really thought of all the details, and I think for this price point in Miami to get all of those amenities and checking of those boxes, David, how much would you charge per square foot in Miami?
Before I get into that, how much they charge for the rest of, I want to know Fort Lauderdale first, then I'm going to reveal Miami's numbers, because I feel like I need a build up
So
here.
Fort Lauderdale, for the pinnacle of Fort Lauderdale, we've had 2 sales at the Four Seasons in Fort Lauderdale at $3,200 a square foot. That's the pinnacle of the price per square foot in Fort Lauderdale. And then it scales all the way down to a building, I would say, in my upper echelon of buildings, the Paramount is running at about $975 a square foot on average. And that one is not a newer building considered anymore. It's a 2017 delivery. So we're going then, so almost $1,000 a square foot to $3,200 a square foot. And you can get brand new construction, the latest with all of these wonderful amenities for between $1,200 a square foot or a blended of $1,500.
So why don't we flash up on the screen and show you, for everyone out there, how things rank right now with the Fort Lauderdale best condos. So you can see, because that's what we do, we stack this up against the rest. Obviously it's subject to change, and obviously at the time that this is being shot,
Of course.
things and numbers will adjust. So if you want the numbers right now, or at the time that you're watching this, I should say, then give Elaine a call, and she's going to give you the all the facts.
All the
and figures.
updates at the time you call.
And then that's pretty much it. Now, I could bring you into a little Miami number crunching as we go through this, and I'm going to plug our software Condo Geeks because it will give you transparency across the market and show you not just how the buildings perform over the last 15 to 20 years, but their dollar per square foot, their discount percentages, and their top numbers, their bottom numbers, and everything else in between. And you can do it in 1 second. This is the differentiator with the software that we have and the information that we have as analysts.
I'm looking at this, David, and I'm thinking numbers from Vita in Coconut Grove. Where are they breaking out at? Because it's sort of similar in scale-wise.
It's a little bit similar, but you know, I'm going to consider a stack of buildings. And again, when you look at this, and I think this conversation merits a deeper conversation with our clients one-on-one. But if I'm going to look and consider some of the buildings that will exist out there right now, if you go into Miami and you want to buy a new condo, a new luxury condo. And again, it's very important to understand there is a big difference between a mid-range product and a luxury product.
And the EDITION is luxury.
It's luxury because every hospitality brand in Miami, that is luxury. And we're talking about the Ritz, and we're talking about the St. Regis, and we're talking about the Four Seasons. None of these products are going to bring you in less than $2,000 a square foot. And that's based in, let's say, for example, the Brickell, St. Regis, or the Sunny Isles, St. Regis, and they're really more like 2,200.
Well, as a caveat to you, as we do our Fort Lauderdale versus Miami thing all the time, I will say that a lot of those buildings are beachfront, and you do pay a bit of a bump and premium for that. But with the EDITION, you're within 4 blocks. They will transport you to the beaches. They will have a private beach area and a yet unrevealed, but it has already been announced kind of to the mayor, but there will be an EDITION hotel right around the corner from the residences. So the hotel component will be separate from the residences, but all of the residents will have reciprocal access for all of the amenities in the incredible hotel.
That's a fantastic element. So I'm going to give you some of the very top numbers. And again, I know there's a certain amount of subjectivity in this, and there's a bit of a variety in terms of the lifestyle. But if you go to the beach edition in Miami, and I'm not saying exactly the same thing, but you're talking about somewhere around $3,500 a square foot.
That's about right.
So this is quite a different price point. This is half of that. If you go to, I was in the Four Seasons yesterday, and this is filmed in November 2022, and I was showing a unit, and it was 4,700 square feet, and the price on that was $23 million. Now, it's on the beach and it's the Four Seasons. I get that. But you're talking about the last trade that happened came in at $6,000 a square foot. We have plenty of $4,000 a square foot, $3,500 a square foot, $3,000 a square foot. The new product is actually on the, it's not on the beach. The new product, the new St. Regis and Brickell, is actually in Brickell, which doesn't obviously have a beach, and that's coming in around $2,000 a square foot, or $2,200 a square foot, should I say. So I think that if you are looking, quite honestly, to be in South Florida, and you're looking for very convenient beach access, you're looking for walkability, where you can just walk out and grab a coffee and grab a wrap and have a kind of a neighborhood vibe to it. You can't get that down in Miami at $1,500 or $1,600 or $1,700 a square foot for a new hospitality product.
I think that the EDITION is something that should be on everyone's radar, whether you're looking for beachfronts. Let's get you up here to Fort Lauderdale and have you experience a different lifestyle. And I'm sure that through my efforts and Tika's, that the EDITION will be something that you will think will be for consideration. It'll definitely be
a factor. And stay tuned as we're going to go back to the beach, and we're going to talk a little bit between ourselves as the David Siddons Group, and we're going to discuss, obviously, the EDITION, another product. I think it's important to say, and Tinka, thanks for having us in to do this, that we are not one-sided in a project. We won't come in and just say we love everything, because the truth is it's not possible. It's not possible to like everything out there. But I think for a particular buyer who appreciates hospitality brands, who may have experienced the EDITION in the past and understands what it is, will look at this and bona fide will say, there's value in this. There's value to come here and look at this as a product. Because it's boutique, the completion date on this, just so everyone's aware.
So we are looking at a completion date of Q2, Q3 2025.
Anyway, we'll come right back to you from the job site. Thanks for joining us, and thank you to Tika for hosting us here in the EDITION Sales Showroom. And if you're needing any more information about this project, call me, Elaine Tatum. I'm the Fort Lauderdale expert. Contact David, and he'll put you through to me. All right, we'll see you at the beach. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to stand here with our shades on because we're actually in the sun, so it's a little bit warm. But now we've left the job site, and now we've left, should I say, the sales office with Tika, and we've obviously had the nice conversation about the project. I think it's time for us to get very real and very honest, because that's why you are watching this video. You want the candid answers of what's happening. We're standing on the job site here where the EDITION is.
Well, everything always looks beautiful when you're sitting in a sales center. You usually have the scale model, you have the director is there, pitching you and everything. We're actually on the site. So we're going to be seeing some of the things that we think could detract a little bit from the project, but we just want to make you as the viewing audience or prospective buyers aware of what maybe should be some strong considerations for you, such as your view and the neighborhood.
Absolutely, no, I agree 100%. I mean, at the end of the day, location is obviously everything. We understand the dollar per square foot now. If you're sitting in Chicago or you're sitting in New York or wherever you might be, and you're trying to figure out the topography of where this actually is, because on the map, it doesn't always do it justice. Here we are on site. Now, around us, obviously, we've got some, multi-family projects. They're not brand new. It's not like the South Beach, the Miami Beach area. It's the Intracoastal side. It's much the same actually in Miami. Intracoastal, you've got a lot of low-level buildings.
Well, what I would like to say about this neighborhood in Central Beach, it's a village. There is a village vibe here. The buildings are lower. They're going to be capped off at a certain height restriction. You've got a lot of the deco design buildings still here, so there's charm. There is walkability in this part of Central Beach, but there are, again, older buildings that need to be renovated and redone. And this whole neighborhood is coming into its own. It's also been selected by the city of Fort Lauderdale to be the designated parade and festival area. Breakers Avenue, which is a street very close to the beach, is going to be where all of the art fairs and everything will be hosted for the city of Fort Lauderdale. So this is going to become a much more dynamic,
more investment-driven area.
Yes. So we have two other buildings that were newer that came in, 321 Water's Edge and Adagio, which are right here to my south. Behind you, which the cameras will pan, you're going to be, for construction, you're going to need to be above the 6th floor if you're talking about purchasing here at the EDITION. Because we do have an older...
And that is the 6th floor, the east facing, so
that's the
not
lowest,
facing the Intracoastal.
If you want a view to be able to see beyond the building that's directly on the east side of the EDITION, you need to be above the 6th floor. So there's only 11 floors, but you need to be aware of that as the buyer. Anywhere that you purchase on the west side, you're going to have gorgeous views.
So the west side is obviously the nice Intracoastal views, but there is 2 corners. So which corner should you pay attention to? Because if the units, as Tika said, are either 2,500 or 2,900 square feet, which is the better side?
So in looking at the floor plan and the way things are laid out, the Intracoastal Waterway, as you will see as the drone takes off and shows the views all around, the Intracoastal Waterway opens up here to the south. To me, those are the premium views.
So the south view is going to be the premium view because of the way that the way the bay works. And then additionally, and that kind of makes an interesting point, usually the south side, which is that direction,
is where the sun
where the sun works, because everyone, guys, remember, if you look at a map, east that is to the water isn't really directly east, it's slightly off at an angle. So the best sun, the lighter, brighter units are on the south side, which typically, if you're on the ocean, it's the southeast corner. Those are the most expensive units.
Look,
in the Intracoastal,
yeah, definitely.
Southwest.
So there's a lot more that we can give you. So we're not just going to give you the fluff that you can get on the developer websites. We tell it like it is, the real deal. with the trucks going by.
This is not curated, it's true. Thank you so much.
The phones are ringing. This is the real life that you're going to have. But anyway, we want you to be able to purchase the best, live the best lifestyle that you would want as a buyer. And we're going to tell it to you the real deal. If the EDITION is not for you, I know that I can find you something that will work.
So appreciate the true values. Look at the drone shots as we scroll around. This is our cue because of the beeping. And we will see you again for another very close quarters interview of another new construction project in South Florida. Could be Fort Lauderdale, could be Miami.
Thank you for joining us today.